We are here. It's over. It's done. In the Frodo voice. We episode 21, Jag Blitz. The season isn't a wrap. I am here with my wonderful co-host, the MC Wale. How you doing, sir?
We survived.
We did
We
survive.
survived the 2015 season.
I know. I can't believe it. I moaned and complained most of the season, and now that it's over, I wish it wasn't.
You kind of miss it already, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, I miss seeing the production. I miss seeing the growth on offense. I miss seeing or having that hope of winning. So, but yeah, if this is your first time here, we are a stream podcast that talks everything and anything Jaguars, and the good and wonderful alternative to the flagship station that is 1010. We're gonna go over some stuff today. We're gonna go over obviously the last game of the season, Jags vs Texans. We'll kind of give our own kind of season review a little bit. We'll go to the Gus's Garden, and then we'll go over free agency prospects, and then also this year looking ahead. So we'll go over some stuff, but we'll lock right into it. So what'd you think? Last game of the season, Jaguars versus Titans.
Jaguars versus Texans, you mean?
Yeah, Texans.
Not the Titans, because if it were the Titans, I'd probably even be more upset. The Jaguars versus the Texans, you have one final opportunity to show the nation, show the world really, and kind of show to your team and your fan base that, look, we feel that things are on the right track and that, there's definitely some things to really be positive and excited about. And the Jacksonville Jaguars laid the stinkiest poop they could possibly do in Houston. Offense was completely non-existent. The defense was complete trash, and the fact that you really had an opportunity to kind of to do a couple of things, either ruin the Texans kind of like belief going into the
Momentum,
ruin the momentum they had potentially going into the playoffs. Could have if a couple of other things had happened, could have knocked them out of the playoffs. But unfortunately, they did not take advantage of the task at hand and get drubbed 30-6. So, I don't know how we're supposed to look at it. The offensive line gives up 8 sacks. Allen Robinson and even though Blake Bortles had a terrible game, Allen Robinson had a fantastic one. Mm-hmm. So at least you've got that. Denard Robinson fumbling twice, and then obviously just the defense continuing to just be the Achilles heel for this entire squad. They were just not able to get any sort of stops. And obviously there was a Sports Illustrated article that came out on the Monday Morning Quarterback today, talking about the Texans game plan that gave you kind of insight to what they did to take to as far as their matchup going in to play Jacksonville, and man, did that. A lot of fans read that.
Opened a lot of eyes.
It opens a lot of eyes of what's going on inside that building when it comes to the defense, and to be quite honest, it is not.
They say
good.
we pass rush 0% of the time on third and long. We know that Jacksonville doesn't blitz on third and long, but third and short, they blitz 70% of the time. I read that like, what? Wait, what? And it started
upsetting. So as far as looking at the game is pretty much a wash. But obviously, some of the things that have been set in motion already. Gus Bradley letting go of Bob Babbage, so the defensive coordinator is out, and they'll be looking for a new one. And obviously, around the league, all sorts of changes are going on. So it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next few weeks.
It will be. I watched this game, and I watched it very half-assedly. Not because I didn't want to. I had a buddy over. I'm helping somebody out, so he brought his 3 kids over while he was doing laundry because he's going through a rough patch. And so I was helping manage that situation while I was watching the game. And it was one of those things. I just remember our first offensive series, J.J. Watt sack off of Sam Young. Like, immediately. I'm like, and from that moment, I knew that it was going to be rough. And I kept watching and dealing with that, kind of hoping that something would happen. And it was just Murphy's Law in effect for that whole anything that could go wrong did go wrong. Blake threw a pick six. He threw another pick before the pick six. And Denard fumbles. Blake fumbles. The 8 sacks. And JJ